I do this one for me. No matter what the problem, this for me. You can't solve it.
You see me enjoying life now, but baby, you just don't know how. I conquered my fears, cried a bunch of tears, wasted a lot of years, but I find myself together with you. And baby, if we keep it real, all the way real, I look like a clown trying to hold you down, but it won't happen this time around. I'm not mad at you, I've just outgrown the bullshit. I'm so tired of your bullshit. I've had enough of your shit. Always the same old, same old. Every time you call me and I don't call you back, I want you to know I'm not mad at you. I just outgrown the bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for your 21 questions. You should know me by now, from my trials to my blessings. And baby, if we keep it real, I look like a clown trying to hold you down, but it won't happen this time around. I'm not mad at you, I just outgrown the bullshit.
How is everyone tonight? How are you doing? How are you doing? This is your boy, Uncle Walter, Walt B, however you want to address me on tonight. I'm excited. Tonight we're here with another exciting conversation. Y'all know, amongst all things, I love music. I love all kind of music. So, don't pigeonhole me in. I likes it all. I like all kind of music. I like gospel music. I like R&B. Yes, I like R&B. I like a little rock. Now, don't get nobody on here just screaming and talking about, Satan killing and eating doves, without cooking them. Now, I eat a little cooked dove. Y'all know I'm a big one. I eat some cooked dove, but if you ain't gonna cook it, no, I'm good. But I like all kinds of music. And that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the things concerning R&B. Who's got next? Who do you feel is going to carry R&B? Hold on, let me get that. Hold on, let me stop acting like I don't know what I'm doing. By the way, hey 20. Hi. Those of you who are watching, don't forget to say hi. Let us know where you're watching from and all that good old stuff. Now, we talking about who got next. Who's gonna carry R&B into the next, phase of music? Who is going to be the spearheader of this next generation? The generation before us, they had the Aretha Franklins, they had the Patti LaBelle, they had who else they had? The Gladys Knights. They had what's that one? Diana Ross's. Lord, let me get some help up here because y'all know I barely know what I'm talking about. How you doing, Dom? You there, Dom? You're muted. All right. Get it? I hear you now. Yes. They have the Gladys Knights. They have the Marvin Gayes. Who else did they have before us?
You already said Aretha. The Anita Bakers. They had the Natalie Coles. Who else? I just had a brain fart. I can't think of anybody else.
That's low key why I needed to help because when you get my age now, I don't smoke no reefer. And I don't drink no alcohol. Let me quit lying because I know I drank some alcohol. But I don't smoke no reefer, but that thing left me right there. Oh, that thing slipped right on out my mind right there. But they had them, and then we had our Carl Thomases. We had our Joes. We had, as much as y'all don't like him, and you know, I'm not saying he's anybody's example, but he was a force in R&B. You know, we had our Teddy Rileys. We had Drew Hill. We had, you know, Jodeci, Boys to Men. You know, we had our little thing. But then, you know, they started saying something like R&B is dead. You know, I've heard that several places. I've heard people say R&B is dead. Like, who is going to be the next superstar to keep R&B going? And they're asking this question because there's not many of us that are interested in really doing R&B once we get to a certain thing. We get famous and we immediately want to cross over and start doing pop. We want to start doing things that make more money. You can't be mad at somebody for that, for wanting to further their career. But I'm going to go on record saying I don't think R&B is dead.
I don't think it is either.
I don't think R&B is dead. I think for a while we started getting some trash represented as R&B, but you know, I feel like there are those that are bringing real R&B back. What are your thoughts on that, Dom?
I agree. I feel like a lot of the new artists out right now are tapping back into the old sound.
Yeah.
Like Coco Jones. Jones, the old R&B feel, very similar to Aaliyah. I'm not going to say that she's a similar artist, but her sound is very similar to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
As far as the feel of it. Her going into musicality and just her writing style and singing about love. For a while there, it was more like everybody was just singing about, you know,
sex. Yeah. And you know, I'm very sex positive. You know that, hanging out with me. You know, I'm very sex positive. Everybody needs a good smash once or twice a year. You know, everybody needs one. But I mean, that was for a minute. That was like all the songs were. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Shut up, Ashley. Ain't nobody asked you to get on the screen yet. We're gonna have you sing in a minute. You just people
just rushing,
right?
Rushing the process.
All I'm saying is wait your turn. So it's crazy because we'll have these people do these. Everything was about sex, and sexy, and I can't wait to make love. And there was no genuine songs about love for a long time. So much so that I quit listening to R&B. Like, and I like sex. As I probably like it more than most. But but I just couldn't get behind everything being so salacious and so out of pocket and just disrespectful. I just couldn't get behind it for a minute.
But you know what, to that point, I think that's how neo soul was born.
Okay.
Because at one point R&B just became too sexual. Yeah. And then you had artists like Jill Scott, you had artists like Glenn Lewis, you had artists like Erykah Badu that started singing about, you know, the things that we were used to hearing about.
Right. And so I want to be clear. We're not saying don't sing about sex. We're just saying make sure you sing about other stuff too. I think I brought this up the last time we were on here together. I miss records like the soundtrack of Waiting to Exhale. Or even the soundtrack of is it Love Jones? Yeah, Love Jones.
Love Jones. Yep.
They have songs for every facet of life. So they have the songs you can make love to, but they also have songs that you can listen to in the car. They got songs you can listen to, you know, if you're just vibing out, you know, want to put one in the head with the homies, you know. They got songs for all of that, you know. But a lot of times as artists, sex sells, and sometimes you will allow people to pigeonhole you into being too sexual. Everything don't have to be about sex. Take a break, read a book.
I'm glad you said that though, because I feel like the way that the world is, society in general, even with the TV shows, is all about sex.
Yeah. No lie. trying to find a movie for a minute, just trying to find a movie to watch with a good plot that's not just sex, 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 sex. sex. Mm-mm. I said we're gonna have to and I'm not talking about. I'm not one of those where they got to be praying in every scene and every movie got to have a Christian, moral to every story. But I'm just like, come on, y'all. We want to see other things displayed and acted out as well. But right. It seems like there are some young people that are grasping the idea of we want to sing about love, not only making love, right? Yeah. There was a young woman. You put her name in the chat.
Her. Yep.
Her. I started, and I'm gonna tell about myself. I started falling back in love with R&B when she did that song with Daniel Caesar.
Best part.
Best part. I started falling back in love with R&B when she started doing that, when they did that song, because the song is about love. It's not about sex. It's not about sex, baby. Just you don't know, babe. When you hold me, kiss me slowly. It's the sweetest thing, and it don't change if and it won't change if I had it my way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a song I love, but I don't know. I know to stay in my lane. That's not a song I sing.
Why though? You can sing that.
Sir, all them fast runs them young people was doing in that. I was gonna say in that movie.
Walter, stop acting like you don't run. Stop acting like you don't run.
I walk. I do brisk walks. Lord, get off my screen. What's going
on? Everybody want to be in the podcast.
Right,
everybody.
Right. I'll do brisk walks. I don't do y'all young people be running. Dom, you be the one running.
No, you be running. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
What, loud and stuck in your ways?
No, you be singing. You sang your butt off.
They be like, jazz it up, Walt. All right. That's about all I can do.
No, you do it well. You do it well.
I appreciate it. But that song, it embodies like love. And I'm gonna be honest, like that is literally something that I could listen to and get in my feels with my person. Right?
Yeah.
You put her in the chat. What is something that stands out to you about her?
I've been following her since she was younger, because I think either she was on Ellen or she was on the news, and they had her as a child prodigy playing the piano. But when she came back out, I was like, who is this girl? Because at first they didn't show her face. They had her blacked out. It was a silhouette. And just her musicality, her pen was, I think the first song I heard from her was Losing. And that song, I was like, who is this girl? And then I realized it was the same girl from way back when she was playing the piano. Her sound, the things that she sang about. And what's crazy to me is that people don't realize, these new artists don't realize, is that sex is a part of love. Like if you love somebody, of course you want to be attracted to them, and you're gonna want to do the deed.
Right.
But there's different ways and different nuances and approaches you can take to talk about the same thing.
I feel like you're preaching. That's what I feel like.
Nah, that's not my ministry. You know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned her song, Lose It, you said, right?
Losing, yeah.
Losing, I'm sorry. Could you just maybe hum a bar or two of what the Lord would give you?
I don't know it like that.
I
don't know how I know it like that.
Well, what is a song you know? Oh, can you do the best part? You don't know, baby.
I do know best part, but you know what? Her song, Hard Place. I like that one better.
Let the Lord use you. Go ahead and render unto the Lord a selection.
I'm a little lit, just a little bit, so I apologize
to
the congregation. But I'd rather fight than lose sleep at night. At least you're all mine. And if I had to choose my heart or you, I'm gonna lose What if nothing ever will change? I'll be stuck between your love and a hard place. That's it.
Yes.
That's
Sing
it.
Negro. I'll be
Mm.
stuck between your love and a high place.
See, that was a run right there. That was one right there.
What?
You play too much. You play too much.
That's them old saints when they really giving it to you. They gon'
But they be
but
singing.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, her. And then another name you put in there was Jasmine Sullivan, and I had to absolutely agree with you.
Yes.
To me, she reinvigorated R&B for us for a minute. I remember her run challenge was when I began to take note to her. And I won't take that no more. Yeah.
Sing. Sing.
But her run challenge is really what like put me on to her. So I went back and I started listening to her because Jasmine Sullivan, up until that point, I mean, I would like a song here and there. Like I like Lions, Tigers, and Bears, and I like I bust the windows out your car. I like here and there. But when she came out with Hotels and a few of the things that she came out with since then,
Yeah.
she absolutely, I believe, began to change the game. And she, in my opinion, began to highlight real singing.
Yep.
Like absolute real singing. So what is one of your favorite Jasmine Sullivan songs?
I like some of her unreleased stuff. She did a song
Okay.
with Marsha Ambrosius called Music,
Okay.
which is amazing. Her original cover of Round Midnight, not the one she did with Adam Blackstone, but the original one that she did. There's a song called Mascara, and her pen is amazing. Before she even really came out as an artist, and that's one thing about me. If I like an artist, I go back and research. So I've looked at all of her old stuff. Like when she was 13, she was in The Wiz, and she did a rendition of Home. When we get done with this, go back and listen to that. In fact, I'll send it to you. Listen to that rendition of Home. Her at 13 is killing some of these artists out right now.
I believe
that's what solidified her to me as a real artist. And like she brought something different to the game. She brought originality, the way that she used her runs. You can tell that she studied certain artists, but she made it her own.
Right.
And she kind of brought the jazz aspect to R&B, which doesn't really happen too often.
Right.
Except for Faith. You know, you have Faith.
Yeah.
You have the Music Soul Childs. You have a few neo soul artists that do it, but not really R&B that do it. Yeah.
What would be your favorite Jasmine Sullivan song?
Probably Forever Don't Last.
Ooh.
Because of the emotion.
I wanna know. Forever. Oh, she ministered that thing.
She did.
She did. She definitely sung that song in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And then I also like the concept too, because remember we were just talking about it ain't all about sex and sex. She really talked about heartbreak, and because sometimes you'd be like, I thought this was the one. And another thing I think that she mastered that a lot of R&B artists just don't get is because see, Mama can sing.
Oh yeah.
Mama can run you up under a bench somewhere and have you, quivering, wishing you never thought to do a run.
Right.
But to me, she has an off button and an on button. And so we can sing with her, which I think is people don't understand. If you can't sing with an artist, you're not going to like the music. And so, I'm telling on myself, I listen to Jasmine Sullivan with liquor when I'm drinking some liquor, and preferably some wine, preferably some wine. And I just want y'all to know, I might not be drinking on screen, but your boy is lit and ready. I'm definitely ready. Have liquor, we'll travel, okay? But I'm saying all of that to say, like, I normally sit down at night when I ain't got no be nowhere else, and I'm able to sing with Jazz. And then, of course, she do some shit I can't do because she's Jasmine Sullivan. But for the most part, we're able to sing with her. My favorite song with her is BPW. Have you heard the song BPW?
I've heard that one. Yep.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm gonna play just a snippet of BPW for you, so you can know.
When you say I'm the greatest, I start acting up. Cause the love and I look at about now and now what I want to go. And I don't just want to hide, I want to soul. Like I'm a stripper on a pole. And all my ex can't forget it, cause the shit just too good to let go. And even though we...
So, just real quick, let me interrupt right here. The reason why I love this is because you can sing with her.
Yep.
Just let that sink in. You can absolutely sing with her. I mean, on this video, we don't know what she's saying, but if you listen to the recorded version, you hear you understand what she's saying. And she is really, you can sing with her. And that's, I think, something that we underestimate as artists. Like, your audience wants to sing with you. BPW stands for best pussy in the world. That's what BPW stands for. And Loki, that might be why I like that song so much. I want to sing it at church, but they won't let me.
No,
They're not gonna.
That's not the right environment. No.
Really? You don't think so? I think we might save a few marriages. No, I'm just
actually, you might. You might.
Jasmine Sullivan, and then of course our sis added Coco Jones to the list. Now, is it me, or did her R&B come out of nowhere?
So her story, she was one of those Disney actresses. They wouldn't really let her sing until she went on the Terrell show. She went on the Terrell show and she finally showcased her vocals, and then she started getting opportunities. I think Terrell encouraged her to pursue it a little bit more.
Okay.
Which is dope because she's actually really, really good.
Yeah. Because I remember her from that one movie, that one church, where they was rapping in church and gospel and all that stuff in church. Doing a whole bunch of stuff. God's not pleased. I'm just playing. but I remember her from that, and it was really entertaining, in my opinion. It was very, very entertaining. But then all of a sudden, I saw her on the Terrell show as well. And then all of a sudden, ICU came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And when I first heard it, I didn't know it was her. I was like, who is this woman singing for blood on this song? In my hands on my mind. Hallelujah. So it really caught me off guard. Again, I think she's one that understands that we want to sing with her. She has a new single out. I was able to take a listen to it. I wasn't really able to dissect it, but I already like the vibe of it. I definitely think she is going to be a force that carries real R&B into the future. 10, 15 years, we still going to be talking about her, I believe.
I think she solidified herself in the game so far.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. But you can't forget pioneers like Tank, because Tank has been consistent.
Yeah,
Tank has been consistent across the board.
Yeah. We like Tank. We definitely like Tank. I appreciate Tank for a lot of different reasons. One, Tank is, so you have what you call studio singers, right? And these are people who can only produce a good record if they are in the studio being produced. And that would be like your Keith Sweats, your Bobby Browns, your who else? Alicia Keys. Your Alicia Keys, yeah. If you get her in the studio, she might sound good. Now, if she ain't in the studio, she gonna give you one of them Super Bowl notes,
Right.
Who else? Anyway, yeah, they're studio singers. Tank is a live singer. Like, he can give it to you live on camera. hitting every note. And so the thing I like about Tank is he may not hit the note he hit on the CD, but he is going to give you a comparable alternative.
Absolutely.
So comparable meaning you ain't half-assing it. You still singing your ass off, but I just decided I wasn't gonna do that line. I wanted to do this.
I'm gonna do a different one. Go
Right.
a different way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Tank is definitely that dude. Speaking of which, we gotta give it to Mario as well.
Absolutely.
I think he's underrated. Mario.
His voice is underrated. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I oftentimes, just for a good laugh, go to YouTube and watch his verses with that guy from B2K.
Oh, Mark. Not that guy from. I'm not playing with you.
What? So I was shocked. I didn't know he had a recording career after B2K.
It was actually pretty lucrative, even though I have my feelings against that person. You know, he had a pretty decent career. I give it to him.
I never looked at him like sing Mario. I never looked at B2K like sing. It was, to me, it was always they were sexy and could hold a tune. Like that was their, you know, they were definitely attracted to the women and some of the gays. And that, you know, we live in reality, but they had, you know, the looks, but to me they never really had the voice.
But I think you said it earlier when you talk about produced artists.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those. He has grown into being able to sustain the voice outside of the studio. But back in the day, I remember there was, I want to say it was the Soul Train Awards, and he kind of made fun of Amerie at one point. Remember, it's just one thing, that girl. And it was interesting to me because for somebody who, I won't say he doesn't have the talent, but doesn't really have the chops to do it live the way you normally would. It was interesting to have him judge somebody else for how they sound.
Right. Like, you got your nerves. You definitely got balls of steel, child. Yeah. I bet you, because Mario looked at him. Mario knew he was going to spank that ass. Mario looked at him and was like, who talked you into this? And he looked back out. Nobody got to talk me into this. I was like, bruh, you ain't got no friends. Because if you did, they would have told you. They would have told you. And you just get out here and get this check and keep your head down and keep it pushing. Because Loki, he had him out there, Ray J, some other guy, and Mario spanked all of them at the same time. He said, Mario cute. He said, I will pay one of y'all to sing on key. I was saying,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Well, that was the day that R&B almost died because they tried to kill it. they tried to kill it.
Yeah, that was definitely it was on the chopping block. But while we're talking about male artists, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Samal, he to me is a testament of the more gifted you are. Like, you ever have those friends that are really gifted, but then they're kind of just off? Yeah, they're kind of just unique. So I won't say off because they're not dumb, but they just march to the beat of their own drum. And I think this outfit, this just really shows. And I want to be clear. And I know this ain't one of those shows. I go up for Samal in every facet. He is an amazing singer. He's a great personality. He is humble. If you follow him on social media, he gives voice lessons that you can actually walk away with tangible, you know, things that will make you a better singer.
Yeah.
But that being said, his personality, you can tell that he is definitely gifted, but he's just one of those unique personalities as well when you follow him on social media.
I agree with that. But I'm a little touched myself, so you know.
So I'm the whole collective elevation is just,
we all a little touched. We all a little touched,
and I think that's why we get along. I think that is definitely. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Collective Elevation is a group of singers, songwriters, producers, that we just out here grinding, you know, and we're elevating our art and our craft together. I'm a member and Dom is a member, Collective Elevation. No, we ain't no damn Illuminati, no bullshit like that. So cut that shit out. Cause I love Jesus. Woo. I can't even get it out. Woo, how you, whoa.
Hey, praise him. It's not even Sunday.
And cognac. Let me
Walter.
stop.
Walter, I can't control my faces right now because I've been drinking. So you gotta warn me.
All right. No, but I really do. I love me some Jesus, y'all. Anyway, but Samal is definitely so. My favorite song, believe it or not, he's working on, because I follow him, so I'll be on his lives. He's working on a cover of Anita Baker's what song is that? With all my heart,
Free Love.
You baby, stay with me.
Go ahead and bless the congregation. Go ahead. Yeah.
Don't you stay with me. Sweet love, no change. I'm in love. I forgot the words.
Sing, Walt. Sing the song.
What? Gotta learn the words. But yeah, Simone, I love his tonality. The last time you were on here, you brought the word timbre. Look at me, timbre. his timbre, his tonality, the nuances of how he pronounces his words, because he does this thing at the end of his phrases where he kind of slurs them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of leads into the next phrase. I absolutely love it. While we're speaking of which, she is also the queen of such things.
Absolutely.
She will collect them lines and give you a good nuance at the end of a phrase. She will do it. She will. She absolutely will. And I think this is why they're definitely going to carry Aura and B into the next phase of what we're going on. I didn't get her picture, but what do you think of that? Janae Ayeko. Did I say her name right?
I think Janae is underrated. I think she's underrated. She can really, really sing. The stuff that she's put out in her later years is dope, but the range that she has, I've heard stuff from Janae that's unreleased where she's killing.
Okay.
I'm talking about runs, all types of stuff, and this is older stuff back in the old TUG days. So I think she's up there with her and Jasmine. I feel like she's holding back, honestly. Because now, she can really sing.
Now, that's another thing artists have to understand too, you know. Sometimes the greater public can't handle all that musicality. So sometimes you do have to dial it back. I know several people who do vocal arrangements. So they'll submit, when you do vocal arrangements, you put them together and then you submit them. And sometimes they'll be like, can you pull this out? Can you pull that out? That's just too much. We can't do all of that. I remember with my song Sex in the Rain. For those of you that don't know, I do have a song. Hold on, Sex in the Rain. Let me see. Do I have a version? Yes.
And
do you like the sex? Do you like the rain? Well, go ahead and pick up my single about sex in the rain. Go head over to. So I have a song called Sex in the Rain, but we talk about having the sex in the rain. And I remember when I submitted my backgrounds, I had these big harmonies, bro. Like I had stacked like one part, I had like 6 harmonies bust out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, I did my big one on this one. And the producer was like, I'm gonna have you do that whole line again. And I just want you to pick 3 parts that stand out. So he actually walked me through it.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, so that whole part, you're just not going to say that at all. You're only going to say this and this. I was like, okay. So I did it, but the product was clean. But that song did better than every song combined that I put out before it.
Really?
Right. And I'm talking about even my gospel stuff. And you know, with gospel music, all you got to do is say Jesus, and they're gonna
say Jesus.
Right. But Sex in the Rain actually did well on its own, without me. Now, I don't know if that was the shock value because I did release it right after I closed my church. Maybe 8 months after I closed my church, here I was talking about some sex in the middle of the rain. They're like, that's why I closed the church. He's fucking in the rain. He's fucking in the rain. But maybe it was a shock value, but that one song got more streams and purchases than all my other songs combined. Yeah. And that was the first time someone actually coached me while I was singing in the booth. And so I remember one thing they kept telling me was, you're over singing. Can you just sing the line? Because I kept saying, gone through a rough time this year. They're trying to run all the way down. You're over singing. Just sing the line. So I did a jazz lick on one thing, and I'm gonna get back to what we're talking about. I did a jazz lick on one thing, and he was like, stay there for the live performance, but I just need you to sing it straight. I'm like, dang.
But you know what? That's a lesson, though. That's a lesson. Sometimes simplicity is better.
Right.
Sometimes. But you need people like that in the studio. You need somebody to be like, not be a yes man and be like, you know what? This might be better. People might, gravitate to this more.
Absolutely. And you got to be humble enough to take that and realize they're not hating on you. Right. Because sometimes we get in our own way. Like, I know what the people like. I've been singing for X amount of years. Yeah, but you've been singing to the same people. We trying to get you to sing to people you ain't sang to before. Nope.
Right.
Nope. Which we got to give it to our sis here. She does not oversing. The thing I do also like about her is everything she does on the record, she can absolutely execute live.
Absolutely.
Have you heard her live?
I've heard her live. She's dope.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
The voices.
The voices. And the looks look.
Absolutely.
She is definitely beautiful. She is that girl. She's that woman. Now, the last person I wanted to address is, in my opinion, so underrated, and I can't wait for her to break out and just be who I think she's capable of being. Let me see. I'm gonna put a video up of her singing, and then we can. I
already know who you're gonna put.
Right, because the Hefner just broke in, and the Hefner broke in earlier. But okay, this is the chick right here. This is her.
Stop just because you feel so good inside of my love. I'm not gonna stop, no. I want you, all I wanna say is anytime, in any place, I don't care who's around. In any place, I don't care who's around. No. I don't care who's around.
Yes, Lord. My soul says yes to it all. And for those of you that don't know, that is nobody other than the incomparable Ashley J. Now, have you heard her live?
Not personally. I've heard her stuff on YouTube where she's singing live, but I haven't personally seen her live. No.
Okay. So I have heard her live. Now, early on, she would miss notes sometimes. Still do stuff I couldn't dream about doing now. I'm not taking nothing away from her. But the
Right.
more seasoned she has become on stage, the better she has become. Like, it's almost like, does she hit an off note? Like, does she ever miss? Her, her and her and him. Like, it's like, do they ever hit bad notes? But actually, speaking of Ashley J, we were talking earlier about tone and timbre, and I wanna introduce a word, placement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's necessary.
Placement, right? It's easy to just get up and do a whole bunch of ridiculous shit and do a whole bunch of runs.
Why you put that much on like that?
That just, my finger slipped. Do a whole bunch of runs and squall for 12 minutes. And I'm not saying they can't sing.
Oh, they can.
Because they give. But sometimes you got to just let the song breathe and just do some placements. Just sing the line and do a placement or two, and it'll sell.
You know what's so interesting? You know what's so interesting about her? She's been doing background work, gig work, even before she blew up on social media.
Right,
But when
right.
she did that cover with Tank and she matched what he did, I think it opened up, in harmony. I think it opened up opportunities because she actually sang background for Jasmine at one point.
She still does.
Oh, she still sings.
She still does. That's her.
You know I ain't out right.
Okay, yeah.
Girl, tell me when.
That's her at the top. Tell me when. Yes. She was thinking about having the best snatch in the world. I seen a woman of God make a comment. I don't want to disrespect the women of God, but Jasmine Sullivan and them up there thinking about having a snatch. They need to get saved, but they do got snatch.
Everybody has the sex. Even the pastors, the first lady, they have the sex.
They have the sex, the holy sex.
The holy sex.
The holy sex of God. Well, I can hear my uncle now. Walt, you take shit too far. Just speaking in R&B, we established R&B is not dead. It's just absolutely not dead.
No.
If you had a dream concert, tickets are affordable because now they're trying to charge rent to get into a damn concert. Child, they $1,500. I'm like, you ain't had a record in 15 years. I'm not paying $1,500 to come see you.
Try 6,000. Mariah Carey's VIP and meet and greet is 6,500.
There ain't no way. I'm sorry. I'm not paying. That's a few months rent right there. That's ridiculous. That's just not going to happen.
That's a mortgage in Beverly Hills.
I'm like, even if I had the money, I couldn't see myself wanting to $6,000. Yeah, I'm with Lena. Get the hell out of here. I'm absolutely.
That's my mom.
Oh,
hey, mama.
Hi, Miss Lena.
You fine? She didn't hurt a lot.
She didn't hurt it all.
She didn't hurt it all. Yeah, she didn't hurt it all.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not paying that much. Hell no.
Absolutely not.
She said, "Hey." $6,000. I thought they was tripping with Beyonce when they was paying $2,500. Ain't no way. Not for me. I'm sorry.
And people are paying it.
Right. That's the thing. That's ridiculous. Now a couple hundred. I realized with inflation, I may part with a few $100s, but I'm not paying no rent to go see you one night. That is what I like to call some bullshit. And I'm not participating. I refuse to participate in the hippopotamus bullshit. The hippopotamus bullshit. That's right. Yeah.
That's a new one. I'm about to take that.
I meant to say hippopotamus shit, but
it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Who would be your dream concert?
How many people do I get to choose?
Let's do the cutoff at 4 artists.
4. Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it would be the 4 people we already named. So Jasmine, Samo,
okay,
her.
Uh-huh.
The 4th one is hard. I would have to throw an old artist in there, and not old like in age, but past tense. Probably Anita.
Well,
I would. She is, but her voice is still there.
But if she was gonna be on my ticket, I'm gonna make sure that they comb her wig. She's not allowed to get up there looking like somebody. No, you cannot get up there looking like somebody just blew your back out. You need to comb your wig. I'm sorry, her wig always looked like she just hopped. I'm sorry, she just hopped off of it and got on stage. You're
not wrong. You're not wrong. But I love Auntie. I love Auntie Nita. I love her. But you know what? When I saw her in concert, her last concert before she retired, her wig actually looked good.
Okay, she's got somebody comb her wig. I'm okay with that. Just like I don't want Dionne Ward to sound like she just put out a Virginia Slim. Like,
do you know she's not even singing at her concerts anymore? She has her son and daughter doing it for her.
Really? So I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either, but I kind of am.
Okay.
A little bit. I'm gonna send you those YouTubes too. They don't sound bad, but it's like for me, if I'm paying to see, somebody I've looked up to forever sing one of their most popular songs, I'm looking for you to sing it. If I'm paying you $200 to $300,
she don't even get up there and say, "And I never thought I'd feel."
She does say a little prayer.
Oh, the moment
she does say a little prayer.
Notice how deep I'm singing it. Before I put on my makeup.
But you sound better than she does.
Well, she like 92, so.
I mean, yeah. But I mean.
I absolutely, I agree. Play the track and lip sync to it. That's what these young girls is doing. Say a little prayer for you. Okay. So your 4 would be her, Jasmine Sullivan, Samal, and Anita Baker.
Yes.
With the combed wig. All right.
With the combed wig.
All right. My 4 would be Samal. It's Samal. Ashley J. Definitely have to be a part of that. I'm gonna have to deviate from there. And I'm gonna have to throw who would I throw in there? I'm gonna throw Angie Stone in there. Judge me later. Judge me.
I'm not judging. I'm trying to understand.
Cause Angie Stone be singing about that stuff, like that good stuff. Sometimes I wanna love you. Sometimes I wanna hate you. Sometimes I want to grab you and hold you on the way. Oh, boy. So Angie Stone. And then my last one will be Jill Scott.
Okay. I can get with that one.
It has to be Jill Scott.
I have a bone to pick with Angie Stone. And it's not that I love her. I love her music. But there was a tribute. I can't remember if it was Patti LaBelle. It was Shaka. And she was supposed to be doing a tribute to Shaka. And she couldn't hit the notes in the song. And she tried to hand Shaka the mic, and Shaka was like, "I'm not getting paid for this," and gave it back to her.
Right.
And she still wasn't hitting the notes.
So that is definitely a bone that I would have to pick with her as well, because you're an artist. You could have told them to lower the key, or you could have been harmonizing and making it your own. We all know you're not a soprano. Come on, girl.
That part.
Right. But nobody expecting you to hit no damn Shaka. No damn Shaka Khan. No.
But it was a low song. It was a low Shaka song. It was Ain't Nobody.
Ain't Nobody.
But she started it low.
That's what it was. Well, I can sing the beginning, so I know that heifer could.
Right. It wasn't like it was that difficult.
Right. Oh no. Yeah. So definitely, but I'm still not gonna pick her off my concert though. because Shaka don't be remembering the words and hitting the note when she in concert. Because she be high as giraffe pussy when she on stage. I'll be like, bro, how you get here and you high as eagle at? I need you to I need you to come back down to earth, sis.
Right. But she still sings though. She sings the hell out of them songs.
She will hit a note that will wow you. I will say that. She will definitely hit a note that will wow you. But I definitely need her to get on stage sober. That is our prayer for Shaka. But you know, I have to check myself because Shaka is she 70 already, or is she close to it?
She's close to it.
So I had to check myself. You know, it's already hard to be that age, but to be that age high and singing, she's really doing her big one because
she is.
I couldn't remember them lyrics, and I'm half her age, and I mean, I don't be high, but if I was high, I don't be high on stage.
Right.
But yeah. Last thoughts. What excites you about R&B moving forward?
I always find it interesting how artists keep finding different ways to tell the same story. Because I mean, it's only so many ways you could talk about love, but people keep finding interesting ways and interesting stories and approaches to keep it, you know, exciting. So I think for me, watching people's pens and how they grow as artists, like Brandy, for example, Brandy has grown as an artist. Same thing with Monica. Same thing with even Mario, from when he was a kid and singing, you know, "Let Me Love You" to now when he's singing about more grown content and things like that.
Yeah.
Just watching how people grow and the way that their lives are incorporated into their music and allowing you to experience it. I think that's dope.
So I have to agree with you. Some stories are never going to get old. They'll just be told different ways. Prime example is "If I Were Your Woman and You Were My Man." I like to think of Jill Scott as this generation's Gladys Knight.
I can see that.
Because if you look at a lot of their discography, they do kind of sing about the same things. They just, you know, sing about it differently. So sometimes I feel like I'm excited to hear how this generation is going to tell these same stories. Now, I will say, Keisha Cole shocked me with, I hope she cheated on you with the basketball player. Was that Keisha Cole?
That was Marsha Ambrosius.
Okay. Well, whoever came up with that, I said, now that I ain't heard that before. Keisha, now what's Keisha Cole that said I should have cheated, right?
Yeah, that was I should have cheated.
Okay. Those are stuff, like I can't wait to see those wow moments, like, oh, wow, they actually sang this. Because those are legitimate. I don't know if you've ever been cheated on before.
Unfortunately.
Right. When that person leaves you for that other person, you like, damn. Well, I hope he cheat on you. I hope he cheat on you with a finer bitch.
Right.
Or with somebody who look better. But to actually put that in music, to be bold enough to put that in music, and it sound good, it makes sense, right? I can't wait to have those all moments. And then, of course, I just want to hear their interpretation of these ups and downs of love. Not all love making, you know, not all sex, but these stories, these endless, you know, I want this generation's end of the road. What is that going to be? What does that look like?
Right.
This generation's, baby, I love you for life, because your love is why I live. You know, I want this generation, and that doesn't have to be a remake. Just you tell the story, you know, in your own language, your own verbiage.
Speaking of, how do you feel about these remakes?
I don't like all these artists. So some of them I can get with, but some of them I'll be like, baby, you should have just save your voice. Save your voice for church on Sunday, baby.
Right.
The Lord want to use you Sunday at church, not in this studio. And To me, if you're not gonna at least match the original, leave it alone.
Absolutely.
So I'm accused a lot of times when I do covers. Yes, I try to stick as close to the original as possible. I do take some things and make them my own, but I try to stick as close to the original as possible, because if I cannot take it to the next level, then I need to at least be able to duplicate what's there.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think sometimes artists don't take that into consideration. They just go in the booth and just be like, I want to sing this. Like, I don't know what possessed K. Michelle to cover If Only You Knew by Patti LaBelle.
She did that?
She did it on stage. And
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Oh,
I haven't heard that.
It's bad. It's bad. Thank God Tamar was there to kind of help. Was it Tamar? Somebody was on stage to help cover that, because it was horrible. It was horrible. And K. Michelle can sing.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes you just gotta stay in your lane. You're not that kind of soprano, baby. You are not.
Wait, she's a soprano?
K. Michelle. Technically, I would give her a mezzo soprano.
Okay, I can see that. I thought she was more of an alto.
She kind of sang high. I would give Angie Stone alto.
I can see that. I can see that.
I would give K. Michelle and Jill Scott like mezzo soprano.
You think Jill is a mezzo soprano?
Sometimes she get up there. What happened to them? You know what? I'm doing all kind of bad. No, they're both altos. You're right, because I'm thinking of notes that they've hit in songs that are higher. But just because you hit a note does not mean your voice resides in that range.
I'm talking about resting voice. Like,
you're right. No, you are absolutely right. And I want to apologize. I'm just playing.
Because I think Jill is a contralto. I think she can go lower, honestly.
I would say her resting, though, like what we're talking about, her resting voice is alto.
Is alto for sure.
Give her alto. Now, the soprano, I think, would be Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu is definitely a soprano.
Yeah, I would give Erykah Badu the soprano. Yes. Speaking of which, I know he ain't on here, but Uncle Rashad is an alto.
Uncle Rashad is a soprano. I don't care what you say. That man, he be hitting those up out this world. I wish I can be up there in the Raptors.
Then we got a personal question that ain't got shit to do with this podcast. If he's a soprano, why y'all be having me hit the high note?
Because you can do it. Praise God.
Well, he is the soprano.
Because y'all be trying to get me the high note. No, that's not my ministry. I know I'm a tenor, but I'm not an alto. Y'all be trying to have me up here. No.
I am the baritone.
I'm a man, Damon. I'm not singing up there.
That's funny. Okay. I'm excited to see where R&B is coming. I gotta get this show back on a regular basis. I love talking about music and discussing music. But me and Angie, our schedules don't ever line up because she don't love me no more. She don't love me no more. And actually, Angie is my girl. Let me stop putting that out there so y'all really think we done fell out.
We love you, Angie.
Right. She couldn't get on here because she was tripping about her hair.
Talking about it's a mullet.
Right. I want to see it. It's a mullet.
Right. I want to see it too.
Right. Are you a wrestling fan?
I used to be when I was younger.
Anytime somebody says mullet, I always think of Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty from the 80s when they were the Rocker.
Yep.
Because they straight had mullets back then.
They did.
All right. Dom, how can the people follow you on social media if they so desire?
The Miseducation of Carter on Instagram, and that's my only social media. I have a couple videos up, but I always respond back to everybody. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for having me, Walt.
Absolutely. Definitely a friend of the channel. When we talk about good shit, I don't claim none of the friends when I be on here letting people have it. Just in case they disagree.
Hey, disagreements, It happens sometimes, but
right, absolutely. Okay, well then hell, you're a friend of the whole motherfucker. How about that? You can follow me on all social media at Walk Beat Connection, TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube. You can also catch me on Facebook, Walk Beat Connection. I respond to everybody, and if I don't like you, I will block you. Just so you got about 2 times to say something I don't like. And I'm not talking about disagreeing. I'm just saying some dumb shit. Like I had to block a lady today because she kept sending me scriptures telling me, you know, about how God is coming back and I need to get right. And I was like, I'm not listening. I done told you. You've been telling me he coming back since I was 6. Like,
I don't understand why people don't worry about their relationship with God and stay out of yours. Because it's supposed to be a personal relationship with the Lord. Worry about yours.
I'm definitely, that's my whole life. I definitely know him. I know him and he knows me. That's what's important. All right, but yeah, follow us and we will be back soon. I don't know when, but we will be back soon talking about something relating to music. Until then, y'all go watch all these other videos on my page and then y'all go stream my song Sex in the Rain. Do you got any music out, Tom?
Not yet. We're working on that.
Okay, so yeah, soon he gonna have some music, and y'all gonna realize that y'all need to be listening to him because he's like so amazing. But until then, we gonna holler at y'all next time.
Nobody got time for you. You know